All right, let's talk about USync main. So this is kind of like the hub for all the work that you do. You can export the level JSON, export mesh, export character. And so these are just like shortcut buttons to all the different setups that you have, right? Depending on what you have set up, you can export, right? And then under that, you have current map name. So this is the map that you're working on. So like here, I'm working on the USync facility sample. And then I can set up the directory where I want it to save inside of Unreal. So like you can actually organize, where the maps go. And then on top of that, you have the directory. This is one of the more important things. You have to set your project directory. This is the first thing you need to do so that everything can sync and everything export. And yeah, set this up. It's the root of your project. Next, you have the add asset name for export. This is important when you do syncing stuff. So like if you export your mesh, your character, you have blueprints, you can actually lay out the level and then, sync it, right? And then after, let me actually show you this. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go to Object, Custom Properties, and we are going to zoom in right here. You can see the asset name. You can see the export. Let me clean this up so that, yep, there we go. Okay, so let's go back to USync main. And right now you can see the name of the asset. So that's the name of this asset. Did I? Oh yeah, look at that. I held control and I was able to change like the number. I didn't know you could do that. All right, yeah, so right now it's set to export. So 1 is true, 0 is false. So if I hit export false, you'll see that, it won't export. Also in here, you can select everything that's true. So all of these objects are set up to export. Select false. This one is set up to false. So if I select all of these over here and I set them to false, and then I hit select, you can see what is there. So like you can easily be like, oh no, these aren't exporting, let me turn them on. So now you can do export true, select all, and they're there, right? I've added a new thing. It's called show export status. So this is nice because now I can click on an object, and down here on the viewport I can see it's export true, like this. And also, if you're missing the asset name stuff, you can click on something else, like see, missing export settings. And then you can just hit this button and it's set to true, or if you don't want to export, false. So that's super cool. Also other things too, like let's say you're working on something, right? Like, oh, I'm working on this building, but I want to look in here. You can hit this wire button and you can set stuff to wire, right? Solid, wire, solid. It is, it's the settings that are inside of the properties, right? But I've exposed them here so you can go back and forth, right? And so that is USync main. Everything you need to know.